Firstly, nobody on planet Earth wonders if lions are dangerous. These wildcats have been a reference point for both courage and fear. Lions are predators from the African jungles. As well, we refer to them as kings of the forest and nature, although they prefer to live in the grasslands and the savanna to the forests. However, their reign does not end with neighbors. They are aggressive and extremely dangerous to humans, as they are to other animals. To illustrate, lions are aggressive in situations where they are protecting their cubs, territory, or hunted carcass. Aside from giraffes, who account for 500 human deaths annually, lions are also up there, with over 250 deaths each year. Moreover, despite a lion's appetite not being geared towards humans, as its carnivorous side pops up when it feels threatened by a human or irritated by it, then it would kill the human as it hunts its prey. Lions have wild instincts to defend their pride, which could be fatal for humans caught in the wild. The muscular predators also have speed and agility to their advantage. They can run up to 80 kilometers an hour and seize whatever prey they decide to pursue. A male lion can weigh up to 250 kilograms, while a female lion weighs 182 kilograms tops. That is still at least 3 times heavier and more muscular than the average person is. Now, lions only live in Africa, although they are situated in other parts like the Middle East, Asia, and Europe. If we have failed to scare you away from the deadly lion, we have more. Here are some recorded attacks on human lives by the kings of the jungle, the wildest cats, and arguably the most beloved character in the savannah. Hello to all Lion King fans. Number 10. Johannesburg Safari Attack. In June 2015, an American woman was killed outside the South African capital when she visited a safari. As part of her tour, the 29-year-old was in the lion reserve. She then decided to roll down her window to take pictures of the animal. While she did this, a lioness walked up to the vehicle, stood 3 feet away, and then plunged inside to attack the woman. The other person in the car, a reserve guide, attempted to fight the animal off and sustained injuries on his arm. Later, other staff came along and chased the lioness away. Meanwhile, the woman had died on the scene. Luke Dollar, a conservation scientist, weighed in on the matter by reiterating the biology of the lion as one that is accomplished in hunting and ultimately decisive. According to him, almost any organism around lions might be a potential prey item, and it is folly for people to think that they are an exception. Number 9. Colorado Attack. A 47-year-old man from Colorado was attacked in his home by a mountain lion. The attack occurred in March 2022 when he was inside, but heard his dog start barking aggressively. He also heard a loud thud on his front porch. When he went out, he tried to restrain his dogs from outside, so he looked inside and had 1 foot outside. Then he felt punches on his lower right leg. However, it was a quick grab and the animal ran away quickly. Fortunately, his security cameras captured the lion. The victim had earlier reported that 2 of his 4 cats had gone missing. The Colorado Parks and Wildlife believe that the lion stole the cats and he had returned to take the rest when the incident occurred. They also admitted that this was the 23rd time a lion had injured someone in recent years, the last attack being on March 11, 2020. Number 8. Tanzania Attack. 3 brothers were eaten in this August 2021 tragedy, as delivered by a shaken 11-year-old. The account showed instant fear and shock at the attack. Lekitony said he survived by climbing a thorny acacia tree. He was aware of the danger he was in as he watched his brothers being eaten instantly. All 3 of them, the brothers, aged 9 and 11, were searching for their cattle in the Tanzania district as they faced this tragedy. The lioness stalked them for a long time before it pounced on them and tore their throats, killing them instantly. He remained in the tree all night as the lioness ate the boys' bodies. The villagers searched for the boys and discovered him injured and his 3 brothers, now bows. The incident shows how little protection is offered to locals who live near wildlife conservations. As Lekitony nursed his wounds, he told Anadolu Agency that he would never be happy without his brothers. Number 7. Pet Attack. Aside from raising a lion being expensive, it can be dangerous. Mike Hodge, 67, owned a wildlife park in South Africa where he adopted and cared for wild animals. The animals are usually bought as babies, and they grow to know that he is their own. They started the sanctuary, Hodge and his wife, Chrissy, in 1999. Still, in May 2018, a lion attacked him on his neck and jaw near the Limpopo area. The videos show that Hodge, originally British, attempted to leave through a gate when the lions pounced on him and dragged him into the bushes. He had entered the lion's enclosure because he perceived a smell and went to check what could be causing it. After the attack, Shamba the lion was put down and Hodge was taken to the hospital. The incident occurred as tourists were being showed around the sanctuary. They offered people a chance to see the animals through caged trucks. Number 6. Backyard Pet. The Czech Republic has some of the most bizarre stories. Apparently, Mikhail Prasek, 33, owned a 9-year-old lion that stayed in his family's backyard. The residents complained about the lion and the lioness he keeps for breeding purposes. When his father visited the backyard, he realized that his son had been killed in the lion's cage. He also discovered that it had been locked from the inside. He quickly called the authorities, who shot the animals in separate pens on arrival. Prasek had made local headlines with the big cats as the police attempted to remove the animals from his property. In fact, they were stopped by legal action because they could not provide evidence of animal cruelty or alternative facilities to receive the animals. He was also in the news because his lioness collided with a cyclist in 2018, but the police circled it under traffic accidents. This incident brought finality to the case of 2 lions in the background. Number 5. Captive Lions Kill. A South African game reserve saw lions kill Leon van Billion. The Mahala View Lion Lodge reported that the man was killed as he attempted to fix the broken fence in their enclosure. Van Billion was known as the Lion Man as he offered tours, feeding, and lectures to guests. There are 3 lions at the lodge, namely Rambo, Katrin, and Nikita, and one of them were responsible for killing Van Billion. All the lions were put down after the attack. Neighbors in the lodge came quickly to help, but the 70-year-old could not battle the injuries. Uncle Leon was famous in the Pretoria area, and fans poured tributes on Facebook when it occurred in 2019. When the news agency reached wildlife scientists for a comment, they blamed the number of shelters with captive lions being more than the lions in the world in South Africa. There are over 200 facilities housing lions in South African cities. Number 4. Zambia Attack. A 45-year-old man left his door open for fresh air and was then killed by a lion. The incident occurred in October 2019 as the man was sleeping. According to Mr. Chibwe, the deputy police commanding officer of the Eastern Province, the lion strayed from the bushes and attacked the man sleeping with his door unlocked. The villagers were upset as they reported the incident to the Parks and Wildlife Department. The officers in charge killed the lion in question. The victim sustained injuries everywhere, especially in his left arm, partly eaten off. Forensics showed that the victim struggled with the lion and suffered before his premature death. Villagers in the Nimba district have always suffered unpleasant interactions with the area's lions and other wild animals. Number 3. Amreli Attack. An 8-year-old tribal girl was killed when a lion attacked her in October 2021 in Amreli. The girl was on a farm when the Asiatic lion shot and killed her. The wildlife officers are tracing the lion to date to rescue it. This shows how underfunded the Department of Parks and Wildlife is, despite their utmost important work in the neighborhood. The victim's older brother explained that they were sharecroppers who had come to work on a farm in Chandu when the incident occurred. They were asleep when the lion attacked Sangita, dragged her into a cotton field, and partially ate her body. The family chose to sleep in the open due to the October heat, as the police chief recounted. The police charged it as an accidental death and mobilized a trip to catch the male lion, but there is no positive news of the sort. Number 2. Santa Monica Attack. A lion mauled a 5-year-old in the Santa Monica Mountains in August 2021. The mountain lion was mauling the child as his mother came out of the house in a rush. She did not have time to think and quickly grabbed the 65-pound animal with her bare hands, beating it till it withdrew from harming her son. Her intervention saves her child from further harm, although his torso, head, and neck were already severely injured. An agent of the wildlife department put down the lion who did this later. The DNA on the boy matched that of this lion. Number 1. Another Gear Forest attack. Sangita is not the only person lions have attacked in the Gear Forest area. Asiatic lions are only found in the district throughout Asia, so conveniently, they are causing havoc there. In 2019, a 55-year-old man attended to nature's call and got attacked by a lion. The attack happened close to his home at around 6 p.m. When eyewitnesses started making noise, the animal ran away, but the damage had already been done. The feline was around 5 years, but authorities said it might be challenging to identify the exact lion that caused it. The region has troubles with lions and little support from the government. Are you still convinced that lions are cute animals to cuddle up to? Also, kindly let us know what animals you want to see next in our videos.